never be more loved than I am right now. Wasn't holding you up, so there's nothing I could do to let you down. It doesn't take a trophy to make you proud. I'll never be more loved than I am right now.
Going through a storm, but I won't go down. I hear your voice carried in the rhythm of the wind to call me out.
You would cross an ocean so I wouldn't drown.
You've never been closer than you are right now.
Oh, come on, sing it with us, Jireh. Jireh, you are enough. Jireh, you are enough. And I will be content in every circumstance. Jireh, you are enough. Forever enough, you're always enough. You're more than enough. Forever enough, you're always enough. You're more than enough. I don't wanna forget how I feel right now on the mountaintop. I can see so clear what it's all about. So stay by my side till the sun goes down. I don't wanna forget how I feel right now. Jireh, Jireh, you are enough. Jireh, you are enough. And I will be content in every circumstance. Jireh, you are enough. Forever enough, you're always enough. You're more than enough. Forever enough, you're always enough. You're more than enough.
I'm already loved. I'm already chosen. I know who I am, and I know what you've spoken. I'm already loved more than I could imagine, and that is enough.
I'm already loved.
Already loved.
I'm already chosen. I know who I am. I know what you've spoken. I'm already loved more than I could imagine. And that is enough. I'm already loved. I'm already chosen. I know who I am. I know what you've spoken. I'm already loved more than I could imagine. And that is enough. And that is enough.
good evening, Lufkin Central and online worship community. Jason Hollinger, the campus and community minister here. And this morning we talked about the vile and detestable images, and a part about this idea from Hebrews to make sure that we do not allow that bitter root, those things to enter into our hearts. And tonight we're going to get a little bit deeper into this idea on the images and the power and the effect that it can have on individuals, on families, on churches, communities, everything. We're going to talk about that right after this time in worship.
Wandering into the night, wanting a place to hide this weary soul, this bag of bones, yeah. And I try with all my might, but I just can't win the fight. I'm slowly drifting, a vagabond. And just when I ran out the road, I met a man I didn't know, and he told me that I was not alone. Picked me up and turned me around. He placed my feet on solid ground. I thank the Master, I thank the Savior, because he healed my heart, he changed my name. Forever free, I'm not the same. I thank the Master, I thank the Savior. Oh, I thank God. I cannot deny what I see. I got no choice but to believe. My doubts are burning like ashes in the wind. I say so long to my old friends, and burning with bitterness. You can't just keep it moving. No, you're not welcome here. From now till I walk the streets of gold, I sing of how you saved my soul. 'Cause this wayward son has found his way back home. He picked me up, he turned me around, he placed my feet on solid ground. I thank the Master, I thank the Savior, because he healed my hurt, he changed my name. Forever free, I'm not the same. I thank the Master, I thank the Savior, I thank God.
I thank God. Oh, I thank God. At last another one, I am free. I am free. I am free. At last another one, I am free. Oh, I am free. Oh, I am free. At last another one, I am free. Oh, I am free. Oh, I am free. At last another one, I am free. Oh, I am free. Oh, I am free. At last another one, I am free. Oh, I am free. Yes, I am free. At last another one, I am free. Oh, I am free. Oh, I am free.
Well, hell, that's another one.
Well, as we mentioned in the opening, we're diving in a little further into what we talked about this morning. We began in Deuteronomy chapter 29, verses 16 through 18. We were talking about images as they are known in a lot of the Hebrew language, these vile and detestable images that can lead people astray. We connected it to Exodus chapter 32 when Moses was on the mountain receiving the 10 commandments. The people were wondering, is Moses ever going to come back? And so they convinced Aaron to build this golden calf so they can worship it because of the influence they'd experienced in Egypt from bowing down to and honoring these man-made images. And so Deuteronomy 29 has to do with kind of this restoring this covenant relationship, because not only do you have Exodus 32, but then you also have Numbers 25, where Israelites had fallen into sexual immorality with the Moabite women. And you see, what we figure out is an idolatrous root, as we looked at this morning. It can take hold in Israel through a single person. It can take hold in us through a single person under, as one commentator says, under the cloak of anonymity. They might think they were safe from judgment because, uh, because nobody was watching. But listen, God, and take this how you need to take it. God, it says He looks across the earth seeking for those who remain faithful to Him, and so the Lord sought to restore covenant relationship with his people. And this apostasy is what it is. It would bring forth God's judgment, and all Israel would suffer in this judgment. All Israel would face this judgment, would face a fall. And not only because of one maybe single person or one household, one clan, a whole nation. A whole nation was led astray, that was swept away because of this choice. So again, we find ourselves in Hebrews chapter 12, verse 15. See to it that no one falls short of the grace of God, and that no bitter root grows to cause trouble and defile many. Because think about what this can do for our churches. We are still coming out of a global pandemic. We're still coming out of situations where there's so much unknown, and who we listen to and who we trust and who we rely upon as our source of information is something that has been discussed multiple times. And tonight we're not talking about who you should listen to and who you shouldn't listen to, but ultimately it does come down to who we put our trust in and who we put our faith in. And one of my favorite stories in the midst of listening and following and what we're supposed to do, it's Paul and the shipwreck. Remember when Paul is headed to Rome? He's been arrested, and he is headed to Rome. And there's this storm, and he says, listen, I believe that God is going to save everyone on shore, on this boat, but we have to get to shore. You see, trusting in God and not worshiping idols that doesn't mean you just, well, I trust God because I don't worship idols. But trusting in God is also living and acting on the faith that God is who He says He is, and God will do what He says He will do. And so we respond appropriately. We get to shore, and we stop looking to those man-made, vile, detestable images to tell us how we are to live and to tell us what we are to do. We trust in the great I Am. We trust in His power. We trust in His authority. We lean not on our own understanding, as Scripture would tell us. And so when we think about this idea of these images, whether it's an idol, whether it's an idea, where do we place our trust? Because you see, our churches can fall on this idea. Our churches can split. Our churches can just close the doors because of that bitter root. Our communities can fall apart. Our homes can fall apart and will fall apart when God is not at the center of it all, when God is not at the forefront of our thoughts, when He is not the one guiding us. You see, when God is removed from the throne, chaos will ensue. So I ask you on this night, who do you worship? Who do you place your trust in? The man made images or the one who made man in His image? Just a little something to think about. Y'all have a great night. God bless.
God of Abraham, you're the God of covenant, of faithful promises. And time again, you have proven you'll do just what you said. And though the storms may come and the winds may blow, I'll remain steadfast and let my heart learn when you speak a word, it will come to pass. And great is your faithfulness to me. Great is your faithfulness to me. From the rising sun to the setting same, I will praise your name. Great is your faithfulness to me. Oh, seasons change, God. You never change, Jesus. You never change, God. And God, from age to age, though the earth may pass away, your word remains the same. Yeah, your history can prove there's nothing you can do. You're faithful and true. Though the storms may come and the winds may blow, I'll remain steadfast and let my heart learn when you speak a word, it will come to pass. Great
is your faithfulness. From the rising sun to the setting, same I will praise your name. Great is your faithfulness to me.
When you feel it, once you see it, and you breathe it, it's unforgettable. When you know it, once you know it, and you hold it, it's unforgettable. Beat up but won't be broken, lonesome but always searching, homesick but nobody's heading home soon. Keep on, keeping on, keeping on. Long days and too many short nights, wrong ways that almost felt right. Love sick but no one you're holding on to. So keep on, keeping on, keeping on. Sing along, sing along, sing along, yeah. To the dreamers, wide-eyed believers, hanging on to hope by a thread. To the soulful, heart open, hopeful, keep on charging ahead. 'Cause when you feel it, once you see it, and you breathe it, it's unforgettable. When you know it, once you know it, and you hold it, it's unforgettable. Oh, oh, oh. And God knows you question your courage. Some days I can't walk for stumbling. If we could only see what we're becoming. So keep on, keeping on, keeping on. And sing along, sing along, sing along, yeah. To the dreamers, wide-eyed believers, hanging on to hope by a thread. To the soulful, heart open, hopeful, keep on charging ahead. 'Cause when you feel it, once you see it, and you breathe it, it's unforgettable. When you know it, once you know it, and you hold it, it's unforgettable. When you feel it, once you see it, and you breathe it, it's unforgettable. When you know it, once you know it, and you hold it, it's unforgettable. I was wondering and I was wondering, so down and out, I was lost, now found. History said of someone said that you could never exist, but then a whisper, start of a kiss came to me all of a sudden like a dream, a fantasy that day. Didn't feel quite real. You took a half-dead soul and you made me believe. I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe. To the dreamers, wide-eyed believers, hanging on to hope by a thread. To the soulful, heart open, hopeful, keep on charging ahead. 'Cause when you feel it, once you see it, and you breathe it, it's unforgettable. When you know it, once you know it, and you hold it, it's unforgettable. When you feel it, once you see it, and you breathe it, it's unforgettable. When you know it, once you know it, and you hold it,